Hello everyone, Minister Jane Stanley here, and we're going to talk about the CV-19. This video is protected under the Fourth Amendment for bringing information to the masses. YouTube, if you ban my video, there is Title 18 U.S. Code 241, Conspiracy to Violate Rights. And then 242, Violation of Rights under color of law. I also have the right under the Fair Use Act to bring criticism, education, entertainment to the people. This video is by Glenn Beck, and he will be talking to Senator Massie. Food shortages on the way, meat processing plants, workers sick with coronavirus. Now, Dr. Brick has made new guidelines. CDC made new guidelines on diagnosing COVID deaths. Doctors are to speculate deaths that could be COVID-19 as cause of death. Doctor and Senator Dr. Scott Jensen of Minnesota has released the 7-page letter he got from Health and Human Services stating how to make COVID-19 cause of death even when there is no test.
Just doing business and
what does Massie have to say?
And it's absolutely unconstitutional.
Laws are being passed that we don't even know.
Watchdog of our money and our Constitution. Welcome to the program, sir. How are you?
Thanks for having me on, Glenn. Yeah, the swamp nearly crushed me 10 days ago for insisting that Congress show up for work. And they're going to try and do it again. They're trying to pass bills with nobody there. It's not constitutional. And tell me why truck drivers and nurses and grocery store workers have to go to work, but Congress doesn't.
Is Congress not an essential job that these people are supposed to be doing what is right for us? But Dr. Brick and Dr. Fauci, Alex Azar, Secretary Azar, all have been caught lying about the death rate, the number of infection. Department of Defense did a study on the flu shot in the military. Those of you who have gotten the shot are 35% more likely to be diagnosed with COVID-19. Now, is this because there's something in the vaccine that automatically does a false positive? Or is the U.S. patent back in 2010 of using coronaviruses in vaccines is the coronavirus that's being detected in the flu vaccine now? The CDC did a flu shot study in 2012 and 2013, repeated it in 2016 and 2017, can be found by looking up the influenza white paper. But be warned, that site claims is not secure if you have Norton. A lot of medical sites that go against what mainstream media is is telling us Norton has put unsecure. So I don't understand why that is. And if anyone from Norton is watching this, I would really like an explanation of how you determine what is secure or not. So Wisconsin, you can look it up. Farmers are forced to dump milk, and then we have media and our politicians claiming it's because people are panic buying.
It's obscene, Thomas. It really is obscene. I mean, I understand if they don't, but most of them are old and, are prime candidates for getting this. So I understand that they don't want to go in, but then fine. Do it on the phone, do it on the internet. That's what we're all having to do. Do it on Zoom. You can do it, Congress. They're not even looking for ways to do it. In fact, Nancy Pelosi has said she won't call everybody back because it's just too dangerous.
Glenn, we're telling millions of school children to go to school online, and Congress can't even hold a hearing online. It's ridiculous. This is what I said.
Our school, a school is a whole nother subject of propaganda, and we really need to start educating ourselves on what is being taught in our schools.
So they're going to try and do something by UC. I don't want to get crushed again. I know I'm going to get crushed again. But what I said is vote remotely. Enable voting remotely for Congress. If you don't want to show up for work, at least work from home. But this is about not having any accountability. And by the way, this loan program, is it appropriate to call it a loan program if you expect 100% of the loans to default? The banks are not loan originators, they're grant administrators, and it's free money. When you put up a sign and say free money, is it any surprise that you run out of $300 billion the first day? No, we'll run out of $250 billion.
That right there is why this is happening. They want to bankrupt the country. And it is really sad to see how many people are just going along with this without asking questions, without asking why. Now,
ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest on the show today. We have Dr. Francis Boyle from the University of Illinois School of Law. The reason we have Dr. Boyle on is he drafted the U.S. domestic.
Now, he helped draft the Biological Weapons Act. There are rumors that I am going to be trying to investigate of a CDC worker claiming years ago to have made a pill for the coronavirus. The person that told me this wasn't for sure if it was an antibiotic or what it was, but this is why they never release anything until they have the cure. So, let's see. He will talk about what is called gain of function.
And then I want your point of view. There is evidence that potentially the coronavirus was being genetically manipulated for biological weapons purposes in Canada. and then an incident occurred in that lab where someone might have stolen some of this coronavirus biological material.
And that would be Chinese scientist, last name Xi Zai. I'm going to have to find her name. Not only was she in Canada, but she was sneaking biological samples out in her socks. And she was caught with the coronavirus.
And somehow the Wuhan biological BSL-4 lab is now being blamed. Regardless, this is potentially a dangerous biological weapon that is spreading right now uncontrollably, even though they're trying to control it. So what are your thoughts?
Actually, if this virus was truly as bad as it seems to be, Romania only has 400 cases, and I think 4 deaths. Hungary is 10 million strong, and they only have 150 cases in 3 months. I think we need to look and see if they are 5G compliant, or if they are a mandatory vaccine countries, because this will all have something to do with it. Okay.
That somehow escaped export. I'm not saying it's deliberate. Right now, all the evidence is that it escaped. It either leaks from that laboratory. As far as I can figure out right now, it's a DNA genetically engineered combination of the SARS virus, the flu virus, and it looks like HIV and who knows what else.
Yes, there is a 6-strand HIV spike protein, S protein in there. And the S proteins on viruses are like the lock and key of our receptors. So this virus, or any virus, can be made to attach to certain DNA receptors. And also they have cleating agents in there, or cleating DNA properties in vaccine or in viruses that can cleat to our DNA, then trick our DNA into producing the virus over and over and over and again. And we as human beings naturally produce viruses when our body becomes too toxic. Also, amylase, I believe it's called. I'm going to have to go back and research this a little bit. But when we become too toxic, our bodies make viruses. And that's why we get sick, our temperature rises, and we fight whatever virus that we are fighting.
It has gain of function properties, meaning that it can travel through the air by at least 6 feet, which is a tip-off DNA genetically engineered gain of function. So it is far more dangerous, I think, than the public is being told. Now, as for it coming from Canada,
Okay.
we do know that Winnipeg
Gain of function, a mutation that confers new and enhanced activity on a protein. Loss of function mutations, which are more common, result in reduced or established protein function. Gain of function also is what
Public is being told.
makes viruses more virulent. So, we need to look into this stuff before we lose all of our rights. We have a tyrannical government who is forcing a food shortage, Bill Barr has said that he will come to our house if we have more supplies than what they believe we should have. And if they deem it a national need, they will come to your house and take it. 13603, signed by Obama in 2010, states the state can come and take all standing water, all food, anything they deem medically, nationally, or a government need. It also states that if we are in a national emergency, that you will work for free. We haven't got to that point yet, but I believe it's coming. Also in this, it states that we can be put in concentration camps. It doesn't say concentration camps. It says that it will be housing away from animals. And they're going to use, people just didn't follow our rules, so now you have to come to the FEMA camp. This is what's coming if we do not wake up. They did the same thing to the opiates, claiming opiate deaths are out of the roof. CDC admitted to fabricating the numbers. They admitted that they are going to go back, and anybody that has over what they say is above the CDC recommendations is an overdose to opiates, and that's what caused the death. This is what they're doing to COVID-19 because they got away with it with the opiates. People, it's time to wake up. This is Minister Stanley signing off. Father in heaven, please wrap your white light of protection around each and every one of us. Open eyes and open ears. We are being lied to, and we need to have people see and hear what is going on. In Jesus' name, amen. Stay safe and educate yourself, for knowledge is the way to salvation.